Top of the top. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? Shalom. Yeah, y'all, we back again. We back again. It's Friday. It's Friday. You know what time it is. How y'all doing today? Had a few technical difficulties today, this morning. Well, we here. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Chris. What up, bro? What's up, Malaya? Good morning. What's up, Danelle Walker? What's up, Nelly? Larry Hebrew. What's going on, y'all? Jug Rich. What up, Jug Rich? What's up, Jamila? Good morning, Lady Love. What's up? How y'all doing today? It's Friday, y'all. We back again. Y'all know how we do about this time. What's up, Kim? What's up, John Shaft? What up, bro? You already know. It's top of the top. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning. Dramatic. What's up? 401. 401 Rider. What's good? Apex. What's good? What's up, Annette? Yeah, I see the family here today. I see y'all. Make sure y'all make it on Friday early. I'll be ready on Friday, boy. Yeah, y'all. We got some real stuff to talk about today. Y'all know I'm gonna keep coming with them updates, but today we're gonna talk about something that's real serious. Y'all know I've been talking about it. We've been talking about it, but now I'm gonna show y'all the whole plot. Because now we got all the information and we got the proof. So we're gonna talk about it. What up, Front Street? What we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about drug heads and young overdoses. They have announced that overdoses from youth are at the highest level in all time. We're gonna get into it. Also, this is a spinoff of what happened yesterday with Youngthug, because Youngthug was in court getting drugs from his lawyer. So it's safe to say Youngthug is a junkie still. He's still a junkie. But that's not my point. I'm going to show y'all. We're going to talk about some things today, because a lot of people like to brush this overdose stuff off. They be brushing the fatty off. I'm going to show y'all how they keep trying to make us focus on one thing, and they killing us with something else. I'm trying to tell y'all. We're going to talk about it today. I'm going to take my time. I see y'all sliding up in here. What's up, Shay? Who else up in here? What up, Jay Goodball? What up? What's up, bro? What's up, Alan from the UK? You know how to let y'all vibe out. Salute to the chat. Salute to my moderators. Salute to everybody that supports this channel. Salute to the replay game. But I definitely got to give a shout out and salute to everybody that click on this channel, because you know they're not going to push none of this. So salute to y'all and salute to everybody that's been donating to the Cash App. I know I haven't been giving y'all no shout outs, but I want y'all to know I appreciate it the past, weeks. Everybody is appreciated around here. I'm never going to take nobody for granted, but you always got to understand one thing. I'm not going to be compromised. I got to keep it solid around here. But y'all already know that. Episode 353, but I ain't got time to play today. It's Friday. We're going to have fun too. But look, we're going to get into it. Young Thug, drug heads, and young overdoses. Death toll rising. Why is Future on the screen? Because Future got his hands in this too. And we're going to take a look at it today. I'm going to show y'all, okay, if the young overdose death toll is rising, what does that mean? Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all how I do this shit. Let me break this shit down. See that? Young Thug, Future. I'm going to show you something. What they was telling us is the Young Thugs ain't going to have no future, because the future for them is going to be Young Thugs in jail with RICO charges and overdoses. See, you didn't know. Y'all don't know about magic. Y'all don't understand the game. Then I'm going to break down to you why they gave Atlanta the game. I'm going to break it down to you. You see? All of this shit was a process, but it took maybe 15 years to conquer. It took about 15 years. Maybe a little longer than that. But I'm going to show y'all something. Because the powers that be, I told y'all, they control the game. So they can take the game and put the game wherever they want. We seen Houston had a game. We seen LA had a game. We seen New Orleans had a game. We seen New York had a game. And then we seen Atlanta had a game. Why? Because the executives pick and choose where they want to move the game. The same way Tyler Perry took Hollywood to Atlanta. I'm just showing you. But what you don't understand is when they move the game, they move the culture, they move the trends and the fashion, and this is how they control the people around the world. Because they have trained people to follow trends, follow what's hot. But little do you know what's hot. They say what's hot. Who's they? The people that want you dead. That's who. So we're going to talk about it. Good to see everybody. We vibing, we here. So let's check it out. Young Thug allegedly received, mind you, this is all alleged information. Young Thug allegedly received Percocet from co-defendant in courthouse. 3 contraband incidents delay YSL trial. Now, it came allegedly from one of his people, but allegedly they trying to say this stuff has been coming in through lawyers. But I already told y'all the lawyers that Young Thug got, they the ones gonna make sure he get all the time because he's a fool. Know why? Because he didn't get the right lawyers for one. This is what I'm gonna show you how people don't know the game. See, this is how some people don't know. Okay, Young Thug, you from Atlanta. You got indicted in Atlanta. And now I'm talking about a 10-year lawyer from Atlanta. That's why I say you stupid. See that? My point is this. If you think a lawyer is going to risk his career to help you and disrespect the state he worked for, you're sadly mistaken. That's why whenever you got certain cases, you got to get a lawyer for somewhere else. Because he don't play the politics of that particular city or state. But anyway, let me show y'all something. We're going to talk about it today. Salute to everybody that's here. I'm going to show you how that whole Young Thug thing was a program, but I already broke all that stuff down. They just took it from Tupac, the modern generation. They use people like Young Thug. My point is, whoever they got to get to follow, guess what they're going to do? All they're going to do is give a person a lot of money, create an image. What's the image? Something that is not real, something to make you attract. And they build these people up to destroy them. But before they destroy them, they got to destroy you. So I'm going to show you. Let's talk about it. Young Thug. Still on drugs. So a person that can't stop taking drugs, what is that? After a while, you get labeled as a junkie. Now, but what's my point? I'm going to break something down to y'all. And like I said, all these are my opinions. I'm not here to offend nobody or judge nobody. My point is this. If you get offended, so what? Because you know why? I'm going to show you something. For my people that know what time it is, you're going to remember something. Remember, it was a time when people went to jail and came home bigger than they went in. Working out, lifting weights, getting in shape, calisthenics. Dudes come home, started turning into Farrakhan because they was getting that knowledge in jail. What happens now? You didn't notice how a lot of dudes go to jail, come home smaller than they left? You understand? You ain't ever peeped how a lot of dudes be doing penitentiary bids, coming home small still? Why is that? Well, because a lot of dudes, when they go to jail, they be junkies. And not only be, now look, it's different reasons. Some dudes come home small because they getting their trays taken. They getting their commissary taken. And sometimes it's both. What's both? Well, sometimes the dudes that's on drugs be the same dudes getting their commissary taken and they food. You feel me? Some of them dudes that be in jail getting raped, they be on drugs. You feel me? This is a culture. This culture is a jail street culture, but it evolves. I told you, in my opinion, a lot of the so-called transgenders you seeing have made their transformation in jail, penitentiary. How many of y'all know that penitentiary sponsors young men to become transgenders? A lot of y'all don't know that, do y'all? We broke this down. See, a lot of dudes been selling out too. You know what a lot of dudes doing? Going to jail, getting sex changes so they can get all the benefits. What's that? Disability. Why? They saying they got mental disorders, plus they need the care for the surgery transition. Then when they come home, they can get in one of those programs for gay people and get housing and get money. It's a hustle. But a lot of dudes have sold out. Yeah, but a lot of it's, y'all didn't even understand that penitentiary breeds a lot of this transgender behavior you're seeing. It's been, look, penitentiary is the breeding grounds for transgender behavior. What? Turning thugs and gangsters into, you know what, men with man purses and, you know, yeah. But y'all didn't know that hustle, did you? A lot of dudes go in jail straight and they come out as transgender. See? That part of the LGBT don't have nothing to do with a person that was born, or, you know, the ones that feel like they was born that way. Whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you'd be surprised how many dudes going straight like gangsters and they transition while they in penitentiary. Then when they come home, nobody know who they are. Nobody seen them. Nobody know. That man will switch his whole aura up. And he did it to come home so he can get a check and get in that program. See, a lot of y'all got a peep game. But I'm going to show y'all how all this go together. Because they wanted everybody to turn into a young thug. But I told you the young thug represents now the young homosexual male that tries to be gangster. That's what that represents now. That's what they used him for. That's why I don't feel sorry for him. Now check it out. 3 incidents of contraband allegedly brought into the courthouse are causing delays in the jury selection. What does that mean? Well, the past couple of weeks, a lot of people involved in this case been trying to have people bring in drugs, and they keep getting caught. One dude, mother got caught. Why? Because these niggas can't stop getting high. Now let me break it down to you for those who don't know. These dudes is in the county jail. What does that mean? That means Young Thug ain't even get his time yet. Now, I'm going to break it down. Most dudes, they wait till they get their time, and then they might start doing it, you know what I'm saying, getting high. This dude didn't even get his time yet, and he's still getting high. So what that means, he not focused. Because if you was Young Thug in his situation, facing time like he facing, you supposed to be focused, fighting that case. But no, this nigga still getting high. Why? Because he's a junkie. What's a junkie? A person that can't kick their habit. That's a junkie. A junkie ain't a person that get high, party every now and then. No, a junkie is a person that can't stop. You get it? So we're going to talk about it. Look. Now, look, it's causing delays in the jury selection process in the trial against Atlanta rapper Young Thug and more than a dozen other defendants. AJC reported on Tuesday a defendant's mother was arrested after allegedly bringing tobacco products to her son in a bag of clothes, according to her arrest. We're gonna talk about this. I got a few things we're gonna talk about after today. Y'all gonna get this real clear on what happened. It's deeper than Young Thug. On Wednesday, another defendant was taken to Grady Memorial Hospital following a separate instance of contraband being brought into court for a third consecutive day of court proceedings. See that? While they going to court, people still keep getting caught with drugs. This motherfucker got to be the dumbest person on the planet. You on RICO charges, fighting for your life, and you still keep getting caught with drugs. What that mean? You're not that smart. And I wanted to tell y'all, show y'all that y'all, a lot of, this generation, I don't even like to talk about generations because there really ain't no such thing as generations. These are just time games, number games, because nothing new under the sun. But I wanted to show y'all how a lot of people was tricked. Meaning, look, a lot of the people you seen in the streets the past couple years, a lot of them were just followers, fools, and drug heads with guns. Because why? They don't have no street smarts. And to be a real criminal, you got to have street smarts. People don't know that. You can't be dumb and be a criminal. Why you think they had a TV show called America's Dumbest Criminals? But guess what? They took the TV show off. Now you see it for real. Young Thug and the rest of them. Get it? America's Dumbest Criminals. Why? Criminals were originally smart. Criminals were originally the ones smarter than regular people. That's why the criminals were able to finesse the regular people, because they were smarter. But now you'll see criminals are dumb. Therefore, they're not real criminals. It's a fad, a trend. Young Thug allegedly handed off Percocet pill in courthouse on video. Fulton County prosecutors also alleged that one of Young Thug's co-defendants, Khalif Adams, handed him a prescription painkiller known as Percocet in open court on Wednesday, and that they had the surveillance footage to prove it. What else does this prove, y'all? That these niggas are so fucking dumb, they still don't understand these cameras is all around. When these niggas gonna understand, it's cameras everywhere. These cameras could zoom into a pimple on your face. How many times I've told you that people, you're not going to outsmart this one. But anyway, it's not about that. I'm just going to show y'all something because I'm going somewhere with all of this. Marijuana hidden in shoes. Percocet handed to Young Thug in court, allegedly. Last week, Fulton County Chief Judge Euro said an unidentified person brought clothing to one of the defendants with marijuana hidden in the shoes. Do you see how stupid they are? Now, mind you, I could understand if he already got his time. He was stressed out. He in penitentiary. It is what it is. He got hundreds a year. He got time. Okay. This dude is in the county jail. He didn't even get his time yet. He getting high. He can't stop getting high. Him and his boys. This dude's just stupid. Let me show y'all. So let's continue on. This the mother that got caught. Yak Gotti, this the mother of him. She got caught trying to sneak drugs. See, a lot of people getting caught up in this case. YSL rapper Yak Gotti's mother has a new worry. Besides her son's alleged role in the Labels RICO case, cops say she tried to smuggle a pick-me-up to him in the Fulton County Courthouse. According to court docs obtained by TMZ Hip Hop, 51-year-old Latasha Kendrick was charged with 1 count of criminal attempts to commit a misdemeanor. So she's 51 years old, and now her ass got a charge. Yeah, it's a misdemeanor, and don't get it twisted. They're going to try to get her to snitch on other things. What else you got to notice about this? Hip-hop TMZ. What does that mean? That means TMZ got a whole lane just for hip-hop. But what does that really mean? TMZ got a whole lane just for black people because hip-hop means black. You got to understand the game. If you go on TMZ right now, I promise you, I just looked earlier, you're going to see nothing but so-called white news because TMZ only deal with black news when it's bad news and big bad news. But on their hip-hop, that's how they get paid and more exploitation. See, I'm just showing y'all, man. Remember I told y'all who was going to be the face of everything filed? She's 51 years old and getting caught being a drug mule. But what is this really saying, y'all? America's dumbest criminals. I'm just showing you. So you go your whole life and you wait till 51 to get a charge. But it ain't that. If you think they're not going to use that to try to break her ass and do some more snitching, you'll see. What up, Vlad Riot? What's up, Naturally Jade? Jamal Johnson, what's good? That's right. But check it out, y'all. I'm going somewhere with this. But I wanted to show y'all how this lady has been caught. These people, they can't stop getting high, passing off drugs in the courtroom. He ain't even get his time yet. Technology is something different now, y'all. But yeah, now I'm going to show you how they use. I already broke this stuff down, but I want y'all to take a deeper look at how they created these misfits. And I'm going to say this. What up, Wax? What up, Wax Dog in the building? I'm going to say this, right? People going to get mad. I don't care. The only reason why they moved the rap game to Atlanta is because they knew people in Atlanta would do stuff that people in New York wouldn't do. Everything that took place in Atlanta and rap, they've been trying to get people in New York to do that since the beginning. But dudes wasn't trying to comply with all of that. We heard rumors of the gay rapper over 20 years ago. They've been trying to push these agendas in New York, but no, it wouldn't work. And this is at the same exact time where rappers was going in the office, slapping executives, punching them in the face. A lot of stuff was going on. So they understood that the rappers in New York became a problem because they was too smart. This is around the time when all the rappers had their own labels, was putting on dudes fresh out of jail, giving them jobs. They understood that a lot of these agendas they couldn't push in New York. Why? Because the rappers in New York was not stupid and the people wasn't going for that. So what they do? Move the game to Atlanta. Who helped them move the game to Atlanta? Diddy, Jay-Z. How? Signed Young Jeezy, signed Rick Ross, started signing South Acts. Here you have it. But what a lot of people didn't know, it wasn't just about them moving the game to Atlanta. It was about them promoting the ultimate plot. What's the ultimate plot? What you see right here, Young Thug. A man calling himself young for one, boy, thug, but look how he's dressing. We all heard about DL thugs. We all heard about DL men. But what people didn't understand that it will be a day where they was going to make that shit popular. So being that they speak in signs and symbols, they were showing you the whole time. And guess how many dudes embraced this man? I'm talking about embraced them. Like fight over him, argue over him. And the number one thing, they brainwash people to always say, you know, Young Thug blood, right? Yeah, he blood. But everybody was analyzing his blood side, but nobody was analyzing the funny shit he was doing. And he also was the mockery to portray the image that gangbangers are fruity. That's what they use him to do. But see, a lot of y'all didn't get it because you got to remember something. Don't also forget, I'm not getting on Atlanta, but I'm just got to be honest. Atlanta is the home of weirdos, not the people that just move. See, first of all, it's many people that's in there, so it's a melting pot. You got a lot of real people in Atlanta. You got a lot of homegrown people from Atlanta that's real, but You got a lot of weirdos that come down there, and they in them colleges, they all around. But you got to understand the Rainbow Gang is very, very powerful down there. So really, when they was moving the game down there, they was kind of like handing the game over to those powerful Rainbow people that was already in Atlanta. It's a lot of things was going on. See, you got to know the number one executive. I could have sworn his name was L.A. Reid. Oh, you mean the one that was running Def Jam? Oh, yeah, the one that started TLC. He's from Atlanta, right? Yeah, the one that put Future on, right? Yeah, okay, I know about L.A. Reid. Uh-huh. Oh, I also heard allegations of L.A. Reid being a fruit bucket. But when they moved the game to Atlanta, they was really giving the game to L.A. Reid. See, you got to know the game. You feel me? Now, look, Young Thug already been sold out. But why am I on Young Thug? Because Young Thug had his hands and why the children are overdosing and screwed up in the head right now. But what's the biggest way they trick the kids? Fashion, trend. What's that? Make shit cool. I told you it's a particular people on the planet. If you make some shit cool, then they're going to indulge in it. You could take some shit off the ground, but if you could dress it up and make it look right and package it, they're going to buy that shit. Why? Because they're ignorant. But Young Thug bit. But see, I want to show y'all how all that shit Young Thug was doing. I broke it down already. Where that shit got his ass right now in the county jail, trying to still get high. Why? Because now he got to live with all the shit he did. What's that? Dressing up like whatever, dressing up, selling out, portraying these images and roles. These are weirdos right here. I'm gonna be honest, these weirdos. But see, I thought they was cool and they got swag. But you didn't know that. These dudes is crossbreeders. These dudes are, y'all don't even understand. These are the faces of the you-know-what agenda. Y'all didn't even understand that, man. That's what they was using them for the whole time, whether they indulged in it or not. But we know Young Thug outright sold out. And he is the one that I told you they used to embrace what you see the young boys doing now. Where you think they got it from? He's just one of them. But I'm showing you everything you see now was a program. Mind control program. For those who don't know what's mind control, because I got different people that pay attention. Mind control is when people do stuff and they don't even know why they're doing it. Get it? You're under mind control. You're under a spell. So I'm gonna show y'all. Thelma and Louise. That's right. Now look, like I said, as you see Young Thug and Gunna right here. Gunna's home now. Gunna already told. I already showed you Gunna when he was going through withdrawals. He probably came home. He getting high again because he will forever be labeled a snitch and will not get no more respect. But I also wanted to show y'all that it was the rap game that they used to do all of this shit. See, remember, hip hop and rap is two different things. But now, rap, I ain't gonna say now. I broke all this down when I told you how they took rock and roll and infused it into music. When you go look at rock and roll, the old videos, they were cross-dressers. A lot of them was wearing lipstick, blouses, getting high. That's called a rap star life. But what they did was infuse it into rap. I broke this down already. So all this stuff you see black people doing in the industry, they're brainwashed and they don't even know they're living a life of rock stars, meaning rock and roll, heavy metal. Because they've been killed the same way they killed hip hop, they killed heavy metal and rock and roll. Y'all remember on MTV, all they showed was rock and roll stuff? Rap used to be secondary to rock and roll. But they understood what rock and roll was doing to their white kids, and they started shutting it down. And then they infused it into black music and started selling it to black kids. I told you years ago, they started with the song Party Like a Rock Star. The Shop Boys. Where were they from? Atlanta. Now I'm going to show y'all something. Bomb. Now we're going to talk about this overdose epidemic that's going on. Not just a regular overdose. Young people overdosing, dying every day all across America. But guess what? You know what I said 1,000 times. If you don't see it on the TV, it ain't happening now, is it? I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show you how they turn you into fanatics. We know people are dying for many different ways. What's the number one thing they want us to focus on? The vax. Okay, we're going to focus on the vax. Who's mainly getting affected from the vax? Is it young people or older people? Okay, now, if we just focus on the older people passing from the vax, what about the young people that's dying over these overdoses? And guess what? The young people are dying faster than the older people. Did you know that? And we got proof today too. But I'm going to show you started from this. Why did it start from this? Because when you package something to the kids, you got to make it look cool. You got to make it look acceptable. You got to make it look like it's popping. So that's why the first way they got your kids hooked on opioid, aka heroin, was through lean. The same way now your kids is messing with that rainbow fetty. Because it's a spinoff of this. This is where they first started putting it in your kid's brain. Lean. But guess what? Lean has been out since the beginning of time. For those who don't know, Philly, they've been drinking lean since the 90s. We know in Texas, they've been drinking lean. Lean is nothing new. Memphis been drinking. Lean is nothing new at all. Sipping no some scissor. Before that, they was drinking lean. Nothing new. What's the difference? Well, certain people come from a generation. We always know get the money first. Get the money. Get the money. Get what you got to get. And then if you want to celebrate, then you party and get a little high if that's what you want to do. But see, on other generations were taught never to put the drugs before the money. I'm going to say it again. Never put the drugs before the money. And what else, y'all, was we taught? Never get high on your own supply, right? Right. Was this generation taught that? Nope. They did it backwards. Get high, then get the money. Get high, get the money, then get high some more. Trap, get high on all your drugs. Do you see the difference? So I'm telling you, ain't none of this shit different. The only difference is people now are stupid. And why they stupid? Because they've been following on the mind control. Now, guess what? This is how they first package death to the kids. You feel me? So let's use our brain. The kids, because we got to remember, y'all, time flying fast. Look how fast time flying. When I said, damn, 2016, I said this the other day, I said 2016. Damn, that was 7 years ago, that quick. But I remember that. It was just the other day. It seemed like when Drake came out with that song back to back, This is Meek Mill, then he had that song called Revenge, All Summer 16. Remember that? It seemed like that was just the other day, right? But that's really when that Molly this lean shit was really starting to pop heavy. But you got to remember this. See, the kids that started popping lean then, if they were 14, 15, 16, 17, that's 7 years ago. Now what? They 22, 23, 24. Now, guess what? They started popping lean 5 years ago, drinking lean 5 years ago. Now they the ones on the fentanyl. Because what? They have created addictions. Also, what else? Some people evolve from the lean into straight heroin. Sniffing. You get it? Banging that needle. Heroin mixed with the fatty. This is how they breeded the drug heads. Remember back in the day when the people used to joke in the hood, right? They used to say pills are just for white people. Do y'all remember that? Do you remember how they used to joke on white people and say they the main ones be going in their parents' cabinets doing the drugs? Do y'all remember that? So what happened? How the hell did all these black kids get on drugs and pills? It was the rappers. It was the music industry on top of that. So we're going to put this on that music industry. Why? Because they sanction that shit. Now I'm going to show y'all something because I'm about to show y'all the real shit. I'm going to show y'all mind control programs. Now let's look. What is this? I'm about to blow y'all mind today. What is this you see? Is this not the new culture we see? I'm not knocking the culture. Not at all. I'm going to show y'all something because a lot of y'all think y'all smart. I'm showing you a mind control program. I'm showing you everything you thought people was doing here. That shit going on everywhere. But you got to remember, it's the drugs going to guarantee that these young thugs don't have no future. Do you get it? Because once you get on drugs, heroin, you have no future. Your future goes down the gutter. Why? I said this yesterday. Once you get on dope, your whole life revolves around dope. So therefore, they already took you out of society. So if you're out of society, what does that mean? You have no future. So this is why they didn't just make them be young thugs, they made them be young thugs and drug heads. Now I'm gonna show y'all a cloning process. You answer me a question. Is this not how they dress? I don't give a fuck where you at in the country. Is this not the look that you see all over the world? Chicago, New York, Cali, Louisiana, you name it. Thank you, Dark Migo. You on point. That's right. This is overseas. That's right. See, I told y'all smart people around here. Smart people around here. That's right. That's right. Now I'm going to show y'all something. I'm gonna show you the real. I'm gonna show you how everybody been in the mind control program. See that? Now look, this is the UK and this is Sydney, Australia. But they look like they in New York or Chicago, don't they? Why? Because it was a fucking mind control program. What else you see? No females. What does that mean? It's promoting the gay agenda. Why? No women around. What? 20 dudes, no women. Gay agenda. So now you got a whole bunch of men on drugs with no women. Anybody know, even when you smoke gas, I don't care. It's only but so much high you're gonna get, and you're gonna have to get with a woman eventually, now ain't you? But some of these dudes, they don't think that way. It's homies over hoes. So they get high on all these drugs and they be like, I love you, bro. I love you, bro. For real, bro. I love you, man. That's when they high on that fucking drugs. You get it? You get it? They breeded a culture of this shit around the world. This is a culture. This is a culture. Guess why I'm showing you overseas? I'm just showing you overseas because niggas walking around America looking like overseas walking around looking like over here. Why? Mind control program. Why? Lil Durk, King Von, you name them all. You've been under mind control program. So who put this mind control program together? The powers that be. And what they do? Package it up in some shit called rap and gave it a title. Okay, they let niggas in the street give it a label called drill, trap, whatever. They don't give a fuck. They just want the end result. What's the end result? Get paid, kill them little niggas. Why? Because you got to kill the future. And they don't even understood that they've been tricked to indulge in this culture. I'm going to tell y'all the difference. You want to know the difference of back in the day? We used to run deep. But guess what? We'll run deep and then go home. No, look, we'll run deep and then slide off during the day and go chill with our shorty. You get it? That's the difference. Sometimes we let our shorties come around too. But we'll hang deep. But guess what? See, how I was raised, we only got deep to do certain things. And I ain't just talk, okay, playing sports. That's one thing, but only we called it putting in work or putting in some rec. When we got deep, we was going to beat people up. We were going to do shit. I'm not co-signing. I'm just showing you. We got deep, but we always knew to spin off and go chill with our girl. So if this was a picture back in the day, every dude here would have had a girlfriend. That's a fact. That's how we roll. Because when we was coming up, if you have a girlfriend, you got clown. If you wasn't getting none, you got clown. But now you'll see it's homies over hoes. I love you, bro. That's why I tell you, don't tell me that shit. Because I know a culture that come from. You see that? And my point is that it's not wrong with loving your brother, but you shouldn't be telling your brother you love him more than you tell your girl you love her. See that? That's my point. Get it? Now I'm gonna show y'all something. This was a culture, a mind control program. It ain't just here. That shit been all over the world. Why? Because they was following. And this nigga had his hands in the pot the whole time too. Who is this? Another Atlanta rapper by the name of Future. I told you he represents that you ain't gonna have no future. Why? Because Whitney Houston told you the children are the future. Well, this nigga is the future. So what does Future represent? Niggas on drugs. Do you get it? Why he get to the award? For Molly Percocet, right? So now we're gonna take a look at that. And if anybody didn't understand what was going on at that time, you just don't understand that now we got the results of what that song did. Why? Because they just said that American youth overdoses is the highest in history. But let's take a look. What does Molly Percocet mean? Molly Percocet is the name of that girl next door. Nope. It's the name of two drugs, Molly, MDMA, and Percocet, oxycodone, often taken together recreationally and referenced in rap artist Future's hit in 2017. Mask Off. Hold on, let me pause right there. Is it not a war going on right now called the mask against the mask knots? Mask off, mask on. Is that not a war right now? The vax against the vax knots? Anyway, I'm just showing you how this song he put out was sanctioned. I already broke down to you every rapper, look, all forms of music, all forms of entertainment have to be sanctioned by the federal government to hit federal airwaves. This is what the FCC job is. My point is, I was showing you, I already told you that this was sanctioned because what did I tell you? Whatever you want the people to do, you put it in a song. Why? You can't make a commercial for Percocets. You can't make a commercial for drinking lean. You can't make a commercial for popping Molly. So what's the commercial we need, America? Let's put it in a song. And that's how we can move these drugs. That's how we can get these kids hooked. That's how we can kill their future. But y'all don't understand about rituals and magic. And you didn't understand that this nigga was a weirdo the whole time. And I also wanted to show you that they already proved to you that they can get somebody from anywhere, and make them a star. This is what social media did. You can get somebody, I don't care who they are, they ain't gotta have no talent at all. I told you they was proving that to you with Trinidad James era. When they kept showing you rappers get in the game, and he'll tell you straight up, man, I wasn't even no rapper like that. I just started this shit. They were showing you, they were making a mockery. They didn't show you. I'm talking about the powers that be, y'all. They were showing us then that, look, okay, you dudes in New York don't want to comply. You think it's about hip hop? Well, guess what? We'll go get a rapper from anywhere and make him a star. How's that? And that's how they stuck it to New York rappers. And they started getting rappers from anywhere, just getting people out of anywhere. So you want to be a rapper? You want to be a rapper? Okay, come on. And then what they do? They give you a budget and they give you an image. The image is what's used to deceive you. Because remember, we all our own person, right? But we all got an image. What's the image? Your ego, your alter ego. Not what it means is not your real self. You are not your real ego. Get it? Like when I be up on here, sometimes I be spazzing out, wilding out, but in real life, I don't be wilding out like that. I be chilling. Because that's my image. That's my For No Fame got an image with him on YouTube. You feel me? But these dudes sold you images and you started thinking they was real. Then they outright came out after that and told you they ain't really get high like that. So, okay, nigga, if you making songs and you don't get high like that, why the fuck you doing it? Because they paid me to do it. They paid me to do it. And they paid me to turn all your kids out. That's what Future did. And that's why your kids don't have no future right now. But see, you don't understand. These people that sit in them high offices, I showed y'all. They work with magic and they do demonic rituals. And the whole thing is to cast a spell on the kids. Why you think they always told you they want the kids in the rap game? When you get too old, they kick you to the curb, right? But ain't that the same behavior of pedophiles that they say? They say pedophiles only like kids when they're young, and then when they get to a certain age, they kick them to the curb. Well, guess what? The industry do the same thing, because allegedly they said the industry was controlled by a lot of you-know-whos. And Future was playing the game. Let's take a look, y'all. Now we're going back into history. Future also was the one that made the man bun popular and man purses as well. Told you. But when a nigga throw a lot of chains around their neck with diamonds and show you Ferraris, you start believing it. You start following them. Future wreaked havoc on a generation. When was this posted? January 17th. Wow. That was the same week 4 years ago. You see how fast time flying, y'all, right? 4 years, same equivalency to somebody getting a degree. But my point is this: the young kids don't have no future, and you know they ain't getting no fucking degrees. So look, Future discusses his new album, The Wizard. Why they call it The Wizard? Magic. He know he been working magic. But you thought magic was just going to the voodoo lady. You thought magic was just Santa. You get it? You just thought magic was in Haiti. No, you had to have no clue. Because you're not spiritually connected. I told you 1,000 times. You're not spiritual, but the people that's in high places, they are very spiritual, and they work magic on your ass every day. Future discusses his new album, The Wizard, closing this chapter of his career and guilt that he inspired a young Juice WRLD to try lean. Did you forget who's Juice WRLD? Well, Juice WRLD is a young rapper that was blowing up in America, and he OD'd on drugs. Allegedly, he was trying to stash the perks and swallow them. Allegedly. And he promoted in his songs he liked sniffing coke and getting high because Juice WRLD was the spinoff of Future. Because what? They were all part of turning your kids out. Turn your kids out into junkies, and once they become junkies, they will sell their ass. Do you understand that? Junkies, when they broke, they sell their ass. Did you know that? Yeah. Some of these perk heads, some of these boys on I ain't gonna just say perks. Some of these boys on this fatty and this dope, they somewhere giving head right now. Yeah, because they got turned out. Why? Because they're young thugs. They're young thugs that are on drugs. Therefore, here you go. I ain't going to keep going. I'm just going to keep showing y'all shit. Now, this is a person that Bill was trying to remove this shit. All of this is in real time. As you see, a person was trying to petition him. What does it say? He only got 48 signatures. What does that mean? At this time, the whole world was asleep. Damn, 248 in the building. 48 supporters only signed his petition. So what does that mean? I got more people watching this shit than they could get to sign against this Future shit. What was they trying to do? Stop him from, they was trying to stop that song from being pushed on the youth. But nobody was paying attention because they were partying. We was partying, we was chilling, and we was asleep. So look, radio gone too far. Started this petition. Now, mind you, it was a deputy chief, Coolin Lee, and Matthew Canady, deputy chief. See that? FCC investigators, radio broadcast. See that? Look, I am an 80s, 90s kid who grew up in an era when music was everything. I'm a lover of music and many genres of music, and classic hip-hop being my set. Hip-hop culture has always been cutting edge and trend setting. And that's part of its beauty. See how you say hip-hop? Because hip-hop and rap is two different things. I am not one to believe that all songs that use profanity or sex is bad. Trust and believe I still dance to and sing quiet a few songs that I do. Look, let me show you something. Hold up. Now, this is a person that's a deputy of a certain stature trying to shut down Molly Percocet when it was going down. But when I heard the rap artist Future song Mask Off Molly Percocet played at the radio, it literally stopped me in my tracks. I honestly could not believe what I was hearing. I couldn't believe it so much so that when I finally got out of the slow-moving traffic of Los Angeles, the city I live, I went straight to Google to look up the song. I read the lyrics, listened to the song, watched the video, and the lyrics again, looking for a double entendre of some sort to justify what I was hearing. It just wasn't there. The song was at its purest, simply glorifying the use of drugs, Molly, Percocet, and charting it at that, meaning the shit was climbing the charts. What means what? They were pushing the shit. They were making sure that song blew the fuck up, because y'all know when that song Molly Percocet was on, you know you heard that shit on the radio every day, 24/7. They shoved that shit down your fucking throat. But little did you know, at that same exact time, them young boys was getting turned out. Now I'm going to bring you up to date. What was called Molly is now methamphetamine. I told you niggas think they popping Molly. Molly is whites, Snow Whites. They are popping meth. Okay, they were popping Percocets, right? Now you got what? Fake ass perks with what? Fentanyl in it. Which means what? Even the drugs they originally started out with ain't even the same fucking drugs. And I already broke down to you that the Fetty comes from China. And I already told you the plot was they said they're going to use Fetty to kill all the black people. Allegedly, that's what was said. I don't know if it's true, but looked like it's happened to me. Let's keep going. Now look. This man was trying to protest because he seen what was happening. Molly Percocet, Future Mask Off hits 1 billion Spotify streams. 1 billion. Now I'm going to show you mathematics and demographics. Out of that 1 billion streams, how many of them you think actually on the drugs? Do you get it? 1 billion. 1 billion. Now, let me scroll down a little more. Let me show you a little something else. Is Mask Off certified diamond? Future's Mask Off officially RIAA certified 9-time platinum diamond, almost 10 million certified. Do you understand that? Those are sales. So let's use our brain. Out of the 9 million, almost 10 million people that bought this song, how many of them you think was actually on the drug? Let's just say out of 9 million, at least 1 million of them was drug heads. Maybe half, maybe 3 million. My point is this: I told you America had a drug problem, and it started a couple years ago. Because remember, the opioid crisis was something else. They say that the original opioid crisis affected a lot of so-called white people. So then after a lot of them died, they created a crisis for black people. Do you see that? And that's where we at today. But you got to remember, 9-time platinum. So what that means? Future made a lot of money. Who else? The record labels. Is that why he got awards? Maybe so. But who got paid off the Molly Percocet? The industry, the label, master. That's who paid him to sing the song. Why? So he could turn out all of the young boys. That's why the young boys have no future. That's why they on drugs, overdosing, trying to be young thugs. Do you get it? I know y'all get it because y'all smart. What's up, Juicy Peach? Dramatic. That's right. He had a song, Wicked. Future already showed us who he was. He been sold out. But y'all thought it was a fad and a fashion. But guess what? See, the difference is, y'all, we know this. See, when you grown, we grown. We know the difference. We can listen to a song. See, when you grown, you can listen to a song and it don't affect you. That's the difference. You know better. If your mind is set where you ain't doing no fucking, you ain't doing it. If your mind is set where you don't drink, ain't nobody gonna say make you drink. Take this drink. You ain't doing it because you grown. But it wasn't for grown people. It was for kids. I told y'all that. Everything these rappers do has been a gun pointed at kids the past couple years. From the men rappers to the women rappers, they just use for programs. What? Destroy all of them, so there will be no future. Now you see why the migrants in the cut? The powers that be, they just checking off calendar dates, and they just waiting for the point where they feel like a certain amount of people dead. Then they can unleash. But I just wanted to show y'all that Future was a weirdo from the beginning. And guess what? They sold him and we bought him. That's what happened. Why? Because we love music and we love rappers so much. Therefore, they can sell you anything. I told you, a rapper can sell you a piece of shit off the ground. You gonna buy it. That's it, man. They could open up a restaurant and sell you straight shit with whipped cream on it. You gonna buy it. Why? Because you worship rappers. Now you understand why they use them as puppets? Y'all already know that. But we got to take a look at the real shit. Youth overdose deaths increased by 120% in Montgomery County. Now, mind you, this happening in every state, every city. I'm just going to breeze through and show you a few things. Do you know how much 120% is? Then I want you to look at what? 9 hours ago. This is recent. This shit is happening in real time. The youth are dying every single day, and nobody ain't saying shit, and nobody ain't paying attention. This is why I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to say it again. Okay, let's talk about the vax. Let's talk about the blood clots. Regardless of the fact, that's grown people. And we know half the hood didn't take no damn vax. Most of the young hood people, they ain't get no damn vax. But how they killing them? Dude, this is what you see right here. So what does that mean? It's more young people dying than old people dying. But what happened? That means they killing the future. What else does that mean? It means that people are not paying attention to what's going on. So for every young man that dies, what does that mean? That means he's not going to reproduce. Do you get it? For every young woman that dies, that means what? She's not going to have no kids. Do you understand? Killing the future. The children are the future. But if the future is dying, these people will have no future. Now you understand why they're creating all these museums? I told you a museum is for the dead. A museum is to show what once was that no longer is. Now you see why they're building all these museums? Because when I saw Demolition Man, according to that movie, black people were extinct. I'm going to keep telling you the movie. I did the special last year. It's coming up again. I asked the question last February, are black people becoming history? The episode is right on here. Now, we see a year later, Black History Month coming up. Watch how many people start dropping in Black History Month. Because it happens every year. And I told you, black people are becoming history. People ain't what I was telling. People ain't dropped that jewel I was putting out there. But now you're going to see today. After today, you should know. Now look, this is recent, real time. Youth overdose death increased by 120%. Youth overdoses on the rise in Montgomery County. On Thursday, Montgomery County School elected and public safety leaders held a news conference saying it's all hands on deck as they gathered to address the alarming rise of illegal opioid use, especially fentanyl, within the county's youth. Now, people starting to act like they care. What is this? A day ago, San Francisco fatal drug overdose epidemic not improving, new data suggests. A day ago. What does that mean? People dying every day. They never tell you. Remember they was always telling us the COVID numbers and how many people died and how many people got vaxxed. Why they not telling us how many people die every day from overdoses? Do you get it? Now let's continue on. Look, 13 hours ago, pattern of record-breaking fentanyl seizures. Overdose death speaks. 13 hours ago. Showing y'all this the real trending news. This the real trending news. But they wanted you to worry about Jaguar Wright and everybody else and all this other dumb shit. Meanwhile, the youth is dying. They fucking dying. Montgomery County leaders warn parents about rising overdoses. And they picking and choosing which counties and cities they want to put the spotlight on. This shit is happening everywhere because it's a fad. It's a trend. Anderson County coroner sends warning after increase in 2022 deaths. Drug deaths. See that? This shit is out of control. Trends in drug overdose deaths among U.S. adolescents. Do you see that? I showed y'all. What's an adolescent, teen? Now you see why Future them get the blame for this shit and everybody else? See? I said it before. It's rappers that got more influence over your kids than you do. They look at Future as their big brother, as their big homie. You see how fucked up we is? But I just wanted to show you this was going on right now. What it says, trends in drug. Oh, do y'all understand what the fuck that mean? Okay, a trend is something that's popping, that's lit. Trend is something that's going down. It's hot. So they basically saying that the young youth dying is hot right now. That's the thing. That's the number one thing in America that's popping. Youth dying. But if you're a so-called white supremacist, this is called good news. You get it? If you're a so-called racist, this is called good news. You get it? But your people, our people, they sleep. They have no clue. That's why I say you're not going to really peep game to about 10, 15 more years from now. Your kids overdosing, migrants coming over here, chilling in the hotel, going to school, getting taken care of. So you see the race? The race is, what I said it before, where is our children going to be at in the future in this thing called race? Because right now, it look like they're going beneath the bottom. And that's for the ones that's still living. Other than that, they killing them. How are they killing them? I told y'all months ago, they have created an American death culture. Death culture. What's that? A culture that's going to lead you to death faster than normal. Because they've been all under the same mind control program. Mind control program. Followers upon followers upon followers. And everybody get paid off that shit. And then even the goddamn funeral homes in the car, everybody get paid off this shit. Everybody's getting rich. Off whose death? The kids. And mind you, we know this is totally separate from the kids getting snatched. That's something totally different. I'm going to show y'all that. I'm going to put this in your face today. But like I said, they had to get weirdos like this to do it. Now you see why people in New York, why the game really had to go to Atlanta. I'm just being honest. This says not about Atlanta. This just is about certain things they knew they couldn't pull off in New York City. Certain things they couldn't pull off in California. Get it? Where the big labels be at. They couldn't pull it off. So they had to take it somewhere where niggas were desperate to get on and desperate to be stars and desperate to be famous. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. When you come from the backwoods and fucking dirt and you ain't really had shit, you do anything to get up. You feel me? I'm just being honest.